So I have more confessions, and that is that I am really struggling to do this challenge and do the hour meditation today and every day. And so I wanted to explain why. So the first thing is that there's a lot going on in my life right now, and a lot is changing, and a lot of that is exciting. And when I'm excited, I'm a bit like a kid who can't sit still. And that's literally it. It's really hard for me to sit still because when I'm not sure of what I want and where I'm going, then in those cases, meditation is really useful for me to tune in and kind of get that wisdom or get that direction or guidance. But when I actually already know what it is I'm doing, I'm already in the flow. I'm already in guidance. I already know what needs to be done. And I feel at the moment like I'm in that place where I'm kind of just connected. And so it's not so much that I would rather not do the meditation. I would rather use the energy. There's a little bit of that, but it's almost as if the meditation itself is action. And I know that a lot of meditation teachers might argue and say, oh, you're just in resistance to meditation and you're avoiding it. And they might be true. They might have a point. There might be some great use for me to sit still. So I did do my meditation today. But what happens for me at the moment with the meditation is that I need to have a pen next to me, because as soon as I sit, even for just 5 minutes, boof, I get another idea that I don't want to lose. I mean, today I even had ideas for a new audio course, or, that is been coming for a long time. And it's like, I don't want to not write it, because it's a bit like when you go to sleep and you're in bed and you have a thought and you said, I must write that down. And then you say, oh no, I'll remember that in the morning. And of course you don't remember it in the morning because your brain's gone through all the dreams. So the morning's like a completely different day, or it is a completely different day, lol. So that's what's going on. The second thing I wanted to add is that my conditioning and my programming, probably similar to many people, I don't know if you can relate to this, is that if something exciting happens to me, like there's something to celebrate, immediately there's a bit of resistance or hesitancy. There's a bit of fear. And I think this comes from these English expressions that we have, like, don't get your hopes up. And what's the other one that my dad would always say? Yeah, pride comes before a fall. So I think that if I'm excited and I have good news to share, if I share it with you, something bad is going to happen to me. So if I share that, I don't know, you maybe, or the people I share it with are going to try and destroy it. And I know, this is my favorite freaking book, read it. I know it's a trauma. This book is all about trauma, which is what I'm passionate about. I know that it's a trauma. When I was 16, I left home to go to the Royal Ballet School, and I was in flow, I was connected, I was working my belly there arse off to be the best ballet dancer I could be. And I got into the Royal Ballet School, and I was so grateful and delighted, and I felt so privileged to be around these young dancers. And then when I went there, it was almost as if they wanted to snuff my light out. It was like, tread on you, and like bleh. Like literally it felt like that. So then this fear came into me, this flooded my body with a trauma, which is, if I am in my light and if I'm sharing that, people are going to want to snuff it out. So what that taught me thereon was, it's not safe to be successful. It's not safe to be successful. It's better to let other people go first and stay back here and not do as well, because otherwise the risk is that I might be ostracized, that I might lose friends, that people won't like me. So I think for many years I became quite good at not being particularly successful. My dad actually said, when I was younger, in my early 20s, my dad said I could write a book on how not to get a job. So obviously the fear of succeeding created such a trauma. I was bullied so badly that I almost went catatonic and stopped talking in my second year, and it created PTSD in me, that I became fearful of my success, but also fearful of sharing my celebrations. Like when I am excited, I want to share them with people, but sometimes that creates competition or jealousy in other people. And my fear is that they're going to want to destroy my happiness. And like, I'm very scared of that happening again. So that also has taught me that if something that you are creating is in the process, is in the incubation, a bit like if you get pregnant, if a woman gets pregnant, she's advised not to share that until 3 months has passed, because there may be complications, there may be problems, or she may lose the child. And then she's gone around and told 150 people, and then she has to go around and retell them that actually it's not happening, and that's going to just traumatize her. So it's a bit like that with your creative projects. My creative projects, I have super exciting things that I want to share with you right now, but I know it's not so much about, getting traumatized. It's also about going, well, let's wait until they are fully incubated before we share that. Yeah, so that they don't, there's not room for them to crush. Also, because this is the authenticity challenge, the reason that I'm wearing this is it's not real, but I like it. Someone said to me today, "You look like Barbie." I can deal with that, that's fine. My hair is growing out, and I don't know. I'm tired of looking like a boy. So now I look like a doll instead, which I'm kind of fine with, in fact. So that's the authenticity. This is not the authenticity challenge. This is a 21-day self-connection experiment, but it's always under the umbrella of the authenticity challenge, because that's how I started out here on YouTube. So if you don't know who I am and you like this video, please stick a like, or if you know who I am, you can also do the same. Lol. Like, subscribe. We don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. It'd be beautiful to reach 1,000. So subscribe. If you want to go more deeply into the uncensored version of the authenticity challenge, head over to Patreon. The links are below, and go and support me there. And if anything resonated with you in this video, if you have the same thing going on, maybe you're afraid to share your success in case someone's going to ruin your happiness, then I would love to hear if you've had a similar experience. I know that the hashtag #MeToo is very much about, the sexual violence done against women. However, I think even just those two lovely words, "me too," when we say to someone, "Oh yeah, me too, that happened to me," it brings us such amazing connection. It's like those two words, when someone writes a comment and says, I understand this, or this has happened to me, or this has made me think about something, that just brings me so much connection. That just brings me, just makes all these videos that I make so worthwhile, to know that we're going through the same stuff, and because then if we are going through the same stuff, then it means that there's stuff to be healed, and we can support each other through that, so that's nice. All right, before I go on waffling, let's end this video now. So thanks for watching.